Hello, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome to our Sunday, our readings here, live readings I do once a week. Hi, Scott. Thank you for coming in. Mel, hi, Jackie Jacaranda. I have not seen you in a while. Thank you for popping in. I'm going to send you hot, warm hugs from the desert. It's not as hot as it was last week, but it's still pretty warm. But I'm, we're getting relief in the coming days, so I'm looking forward to that. We're supposed to be getting some rain. Some rain came in, I think, overnight, which was lovely to hear. So, Kristen Louise, hi. How are you? How is everyone? So, we are in the month of Leo. So, happy birthday to all Leos here, whether it's your moon, rising, or your solar sun. You can still celebrate Leo if you have that in your chart during this month, because that energy gets a little bit more amplified. More so, obviously, if your sun is in the sign of Leo. So we have a new moon in Leo coming up this week. So I'm going to try and squeeze in a Mystic Moon Monday for the new moon in Leo. I'm not going to be able to do it on Monday. I'm going to try and do it maybe Wednesday. So I'll do a live of that just to discuss the energy of the moon when it's in a fire sign such as Leo. So I'm Amy. We're going to be doing readings today. Just want to touch base on the month of Leo. It's one of my favorite months, even though it's not my solar sign. I do have Leo in my chart. So every time that we go into the sign of Leo, I feel this building up of energy. And I think this excess energy that I have is that summer is slowly winding down. We're still in the brunt of it, but we're getting towards that tail end. Our season is starting to wane. We're going to start hitting fall in about two more months. But the lighting's changing. I start feeling all that energy. So August gets all this stuff revved up for me. Leo getting ready for the holidays. I know I'm jumping ahead, but for Samhain for me, because it's the main witches, one of the main witches Sabbath to bring in the new year. I'm always excited about it. So when August comes in, I start looking towards the fall season. Also, I forgot, next week, August 1st is Lammas. So this is the first harvest that represents the beginning of our fall season, as I mentioned a few moments ago. So Lammas is our first harvest. Second harvest season is Mabon, autumn, when we go into the autumn equinox, and then we ended with the third harvest of Samhain. Basically the harvest, and I'll talk more about this, I just want to give a brief overview for those who are watching. So the harvest is just that energy, stuff that we've been producing, working towards. We now start sharing it with others. We start sharing the sources that we've had, whether it's changes within ourselves, growth that we've had, material things that have been planted during the winter months that have grown in the spring, sprouted to their ultimate peak during the summer months. And then we start harvesting it. We start bringing it back to us and sharing any excess with other people. So keep in mind that energy of harvest. Harvest is a form of giving back. It's almost like that Six of Pentacles. Things that we've worked hard for and we've built up. Time to give back to other people. Okay, so that represents those 3 months, August, September, October, of that harvest energy. So I will talk about that because I'm still producing, I should say, working towards my goals and whatnot, which is going to be a continual process. So I will keep you posted on that and the shifts that are happening as we start winding out at the end of the year. So that's Leo. That's a little bit of harvest. I will be here doing live readings. of probably for about an hour and a half, hour 45. We'll see how busy it is. If anyone would like to have a reading, let me know. Donations take priority, and the way the donations work is, let's say I have a queue of people. If someone says I've left a donation, I will check that to confirm, and then that person will have the reading done first. I do no more than like 3 cards, but I can pull so much information from each of these cards that I feel it could be a substantial reading. So donations work in that order. I will put in, let me put here, it's all through PayPal. So I'm going to put here PayPal donations. And all the information, if you missed this, is in the description. And there's my email address, the Rose Mystic at gmail.com. Okay, so whatever, if you want to do a donation, there's no minimum, it's open in that sense. So the decks that I will be working with, energetically, I'll let them speak to me unless you have a deck that, one of these 3 decks that you want me to read from, I'm more than happy to do that. I'm reading from the Wildwood Tarot because we're starting to bring that energy of fall coming in soon. So this is my deck that opens up that energy. The Lamina Tarot, which is now I think about 6 or 7 years old. I'll be reading with the Lamina Tarot, and the Vision Quest Tarot, which is my summer deck that I've been working with for a while. So I know it's, let's see, it's 5 o'clock my time, 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 on the East Coast. So I'm going to let people come in. This may be a busy day. This may be a slow day. I always tend to do my lives last minute, so it's going to be either hit or miss. So in the meantime, let me know how you're doing. Scott, what's new with you? Any decks that you're working with? Jackie, I haven't seen you, virtually. I haven't seen you in a while. Let me know how you're doing, what you're working on. Mel, my sidekick for my readings, always wonderful to have you here. So thank you. And Kristen, thank you as always for checking in. I hope some of you were able to catch the discussion that I had with Sadhna Gerald and Julianne Victoria, where we were talking about traditional decks and versus contemporary decks. We went in for about 2 hours, but I know we were just scratching the surface. There's just so much more to talk about on that topic and break it up into subgenres within traditional and contemporary. But I think it's something to touch upon because there are a lot of people who I feel, and I think I stated it in the discussion, should look into the older decks that predate what's going on at this time. Decks are being created. There's much more than what we see here currently with decks. There's a history that goes back to it. So I always encourage those who are learning the tarot, sorry for the noise, learning the tarot and really going into it to start looking back, look at where everything has come from. What is the meaning of the RWS deck that may be contemporary? Go back and see some of the influences, because contemporary is pretty much well influenced by traditional, but some people don't know that. And they may see some similarities, either imagery or with the meanings, the interpretations of some of the older decks versus with the new decks. So go back, look at the roots. Look at the roots of the tarot. It's really important. Mel, you just got the Vision Quest. Excellent, thank you. So this is the deck. First printing was 1998. And I think the second printing, from what I see here, was 2021. And I think there's no difference. I mean, the packaging, I think, is a little different, but as far as I understand, I think the original print, the deck is pretty much the same. I'll pull the first card from the top. So this is one of the cards from the Vision Quest. It's a summer healing deck. It kind of it kind of subdues the fiery energy that we feel around this time of the year and how to work with that energy. And this deck is very important for me, especially for Leo, because Leo is a fixed fire sign. So it's all about vitality, it's all about force, it's all about energy, and how to maintain that energy, not to have an overabundance of it, but also to utilize it. You don't want to have that potential there and you're not using it. So I feel this deck is very good. Excellent. Thank you, Jackie. Jackie, let me know how you're doing. Good to see that everyone's doing okay. I hope the heat has subsided over in Europe. Excellent, Scott. Good to see that you're doing good as well. So, Kristen, my first question. Let me catch Mel's question here. Yeah, the booklet that comes with this. Sorry, Kristen, I'll get there in 1 second. The booklet is very nice because it isn't your standard meaning. I'm just going to show you this. I have a video of this. There was some technical issues when I recorded the Vision Quest discussion of this deck when I got it. All you have to do if you want to look at this video, amplify the volume, but on the source that you're watching it. So if you're watching it on your phone, turn up the volume. I misread my levels, thinking that it was already good. I don't want to re-record it because I can hear it okay. So we have different layers. We have the essence. I'm just going to go through this very quickly. So we have the essence, which is the general meaning of the card. And then we have the inner message. And it's wonderful. The inner message, this is what reaches the soul. And then once that message connects to the soul, how do we bring it externally? So they have the outward manifestation. And I like it, just a few paragraphs. I don't need, 5 pages to describe each sign, or not each sign, each archetype, or each each part of the minor arcana. I just like it very brief so I can make my own interpretation based on the understanding of the creator. So this is a very good book. Okay, so if you get a deck, make sure you have it with the white book, because it gives more deeper meaning to the cards. Okay, so Kristen, let me see. I'm applying for a second job. I'm really dreading the stress and energy drain. Anything the cards wish me to know regarding stress and energy management. Okay, before I do the reading, Kristen, we have to learn this month of Leo, things are very, things are at its peak. Okay, so for people, and I think you said you're Sagittarius or Scorpio. I can't remember. I think you're Scorpio, but for some reason I'm thinking Sagittarius. You may have mentioned some Sagittarius in you. If I'm mistaken, my apologies. But we have to stay focused during this heated month of Leo. Everything, is building up. People are going back to school. So there's this rush of energy. So I will do that reading for you. That will be no issue. Kristen, let me know. Do you want me to work with the Wildwood Tarot, Lamina Tarot, or the Vision Quest? Let me know how you're feeling. Okay. See, Jackie, the temperature has gone down from the hundreds to the A's now. Oh, excellent. Yes. Okay, you are in the UK. Okay, I want to be certain. Here in the desert, we are 93, which is actually about 5 degrees cooler from what it was last week at this time. We're supposed to be in the 80s, mid 80s, like around the same temperature, Jackie, that you're having right now. We're getting these beautiful cloud formations showing that the storm's coming in very soon. So we really need the relief here. See. Hi, Janine. How are you? My colleague is moving apartments soon. Does he find me attractive or only see me as a friend? Will he keep in contact when he moves? Okay, So Janine, Scorpio on the cusp, vision quest. Kristen Louise, you got it. Shraddha Panli, hello, how are you? Thank you for joining and watching. Um, yes, yes, of course, Shraddha, you can ask. So again, for those who are watching right now, and Mel, if you see anyone coming in, I'll let you, and thank you for being here. I'll let you field uh, the viewers. So no third-party questions, nothing predictive. So nothing asking about. And Janine, I may have to have you rephrase your question because I don't want to do any questions relating to somebody else, asking how they feel about you, will they call you, anything like that. I'm not being disrespectful, but I want to focus the energy more on you. Okay, so for people who are watching and they want a reading from me, let's do the question more so it's on you. What can you do about this particular situation that you're in? Okay. And we put you in empowerment, and that's what the month of Leo is. Leo of is of self-expression, how we reveal ourselves to others, and that's the focus. This is a month of strength and building that force that's within us, but putting it out there so people can see it, but not putting it out in a way that's gratuitous. We need to put, again, any form of fire energy, any of these elements of the signs. We need to know how to balance these forces, balance earth, fire, water, and air. We don't want too much excess of one element versus another. Let's see here. So Janine, let me know question-wise. I'm gonna work on Kristen's question. So let me look at Janine. Let me look at your question very quickly. My colleague is okay. So with a question like that, let's focus it, like I said, more on you, Janine. Okay. Let's see where the forces are. I could probably do a general reading for you and just seeing where energy is with you regarding anything potential, anything from anyone that may be coming in. But I don't want to focus so much the energy on that particular person. We're going to put it more on you. Okay? You're in charge. Okay. Thank you, Janine. And then I'm going to look at, does Purdue still love me? Yes or no? Okay, so Shraddha, that's something that I don't do readings for, yes or no questions. It's all energy based. It's all based on what's going on with you. Okay, so I will go down in queue for the questions, and then I will address each person individually, okay, and see how we can work on changing the questions. I have a link in the description. I know a lot of people aren't looking at the description, but I have a link where I describe, I have a video where I talk about how to ask a question so you could get some guidance and understanding. You need to do the work in all this, okay? You need to do all the work on this. The cards are the guides. The cards aren't going to tell you yes or no what's going to happen. That yes or no comes to you, not to the cards. The cards are the guides. Okay. So let's see, Jackie, you're a Libra with Leo. Excellent, Leo rising. So this month is going to be important for you because you're going to be harnessing that fiery energy and that air aspect of Leo. That's actually a really good combination because I think that'll put more of a mental stimulus when it comes to that Leo rising of yours. You know, you probably will put more thought into things before taking action. But when you put that action, you do it in a way that, you know, you feel confident, you feel strong, and it's like, yes, you know, I made the right choice and the actions are showing the results. Leo's in your 8th house. Okay. Leo deals with relationships, Scott. So it's a way to you could still utilize that energy. You know, it doesn't have to be those immediate signs. It doesn't have to be your sun, moon, or rising. Those three planets, because the sun, we're obviously closest to the moon. We're the second closest to Earthwise, and the rising is based on our time. So those are all influential. But even though if Leo is in your house, the focus for this month is to use that energy that you already have influenced in your chart, even if it's just in one aspect um, of the placement of where it is in your chart. So using that energy, and even if no one has any Leo, if you want to bring that force in, this is the time to do it. Okay, this is Leo's external energy. It's all outgoing. You know, it's very important. Um, There's no aspects for Leo. Yeah, yeah, that's totally fine. It's like I have empty houses, just a side note, and I will get to the readings. So many tangents. I have some empty houses in my chart. A lot of people do. And so the way I read the empty houses in a chart is just that when you look at a house and there's nothing in it, there's no conflict. There's nothing that you have to maybe work harder for or to bring more in. Now, when you look at your chart and there's a lot of activities like stellums happening, there's a lot going on. There's a lot to work on, and those are the signs and planets in those houses, those forces that you need to work with more. So, do you know what planet is in the eighth house for you, Scott? Is it Saturn in Leo? Is it Venus in Leo in the eighth house? That planet that is in that sign of yours of Leo in the eighth house also influences that. Okay, no more tangents. Okay, I am not looking at the comments right now. So let's go right into it with Kristen. So let me scroll back here. Okay. Okay, so we're going to do the vision quest here for you. Okay. So as I do this reading for you, Kristen, I don't know if you're doing anything right now, or if you're sitting just staring at me. Just breathe. Okay, let's just transfer the energy of what you're feeling stressed. Just exhale it out. Let it go. Okay. And you said you're Scorpio cusp. And I think I remember in a conversation, Kristen, that because I was saying Scorpio, Sagittarius for you. If you felt that you leaned more with Sagittarius or Scorpio, and probably your answer was that you felt more Scorpio than Sagittarius. Okay, so let's see here. That's water, fire, energy. Okay, so how can Kristen maintain stress level? Okay. Okay, so the first card that I got here, this is the crux of the reading. And this is the card that I have here is actually the Leo 3 Decan. So it is actually the last week of the sign being in Leo of what this card is. So when I do my Decan readings, Kristen, and I get to the Leo 3, I want you to, if you can, I want you to watch this, watch that episode when I record it, because this is 7 of fire. So we have endurance. Okay. So we're seeing how this energy, oh, wonderful. I just turned over the other two cards. We're seeing how this energy can be used to benefit us. Okay. And so the beauty in this card here is we're seeing this transition. And right now, this energy is more, I feel like the dawning, the beginning. We're here as the sun is starting to rise. Okay, and we have, I like this here, the 7 of fire. We're starting to see this building up of energy as it's rising. We're seeing this force to continue moving ahead. And I want to see here, wow, This is not in this deck, but the third decan of Leo, the planet is associated with Mars. So there's a lot of Marsian energy for this Seven of Fire. Okay, and I don't want to talk about it in this reading, but when I do the decan reading, you could get more information for this card. So we're seeing this building up of self-belief and confidence that you can do anything, that you can move forward. Okay. And when you have that, it's maintaining it. Remember what I was saying for Leo? This is all about controlling and moving with this energy. You have to don't have full control. You can't really control fire. Fire needs that air. It needs that space to move around. Okay. But at this point here, okay, it's telling you to move forward. Okay, these other two cards that I have here will show a shift in this energy, this fiery energy. Okay, so we see this building up. You need to keep going. Okay, you need to keep moving forward. Don't, stress and angst is a lot to put on, but we have that term, stress management. If it's something that we cannot avoid, it's something that you can manage. And that comes from taking charge and taking control. Another card I have here, Three of Earth. So in taking charge, building that self-empowerment, once those energies start going into action, okay, there's a moment of like, okay, things are going the way that it needs to be, okay, because you're shaping that energy, Kristen. So this Three of Earth is showing a moment of the shifts that are happening with, maintaining this movement, maintaining this energy. Okay, if you let it go out of control, if you let everything just go the way it does, there'll be growth, but it won't be contained, and it won't be healthy. Excuse me. When there's stress management, you are able to take certain aspects of who you are and put it in an environment where this can start happening. We can start seeing things in a better way. Things can start feeling in the direction that it needs to go. We'll start nurturing this energy. Let me do this now. We can start nurturing this energy and put it in the direction that we need it to. We need the healthiness of how we see things, how we feel about things, and the energy that we put into it. It's very important to maintain that control. Okay. And then we got the Clown. Okay. And so what's interesting here is the Clown represents freedom, liberation, open-mindedness. And this is something that we always need to have. We need to have those moments of freeing oneself. And the beauty of this card here is we have, looks like it's a cross between like a lion and a fox. Okay, and we usually see a dog or some other similar creature representing loyalty, dedication, protection, right alongside. But here is the animal spirit. Let's work with the animal spirit more of, I want to say maybe a lion. And we'll just stick with that theme since we're in the month of Leo, for that strength, that protection. But also, we have to be mindful. We have to be mindful of where we're all this energy, okay? That's what I'm saying. We cannot have an over control of this, okay? We have to keep everything in a direct path, especially fire. Okay, can't let all this energy move out. It has to be controlled. And so for you, Kristen, the stress management is something very important, something that you will still have to work through. Hi, Cal, Lizzie. Okay, we need to work through this. Okay, it's Leo can be, uh, especially out of all the fire signs, can be a challenge because it's a lot of force coming in. So we need to put this in a place where there's some stability, okay, and maintain this force so that we can start feeling these changes that we need. We need something. We need a new perspective. We need a new feel on things. Okay, so we have to work through the stress. We can't stop it. We can't avoid it. We can maintain it, and that's something that we need to all work on. Okay. Um, hi, Aspasia. How are you? So let me scroll up here as I go back to. Let me see here. I don't know anything about Sagittarius. Okay, so you identify, I would say, more with Scorpio. You have chronic fatigue. I remember you stating that in one of the lives I did, and so I fear I won't have the endurance. You stop right there, Kristen. Okay, you just said you fear. Okay, we hear a lot of what is it? We hear a lot of motivational speakers say, do not use the words don't, can't, won't, um, haven't, anything that has that not in it. Okay, so by doing that, we are um, we are putting it out to the universe. I fear that I won't have the endurance. You have an illness that affects your energy level. Stress is going to amplify that. And so that's what I was saying with this reading is working with those levels, okay? You can take control of this. And this is what needs to be done. Okay? We need to take control of what's happening so that the body can just like self-assess and go, okay, this is where I need to be. I need to make these changes so I can start growing, feeling better, and you start feeling that strength happening. It's not like a whole bunch of strength, but you'll start feeling the shift, and that's what we need. Okay, but also maintain the open-mindedness of whatever happens. Okay, I've been talking about control for the month of Leo and self-empowerment, taking the lead, which is all important characteristics. But again, it's maintaining this. Okay, you don't want to be, so overwhelmed and so enthralled with what's going on that you're not seeing what's ahead. Okay, so we have to slow this energy down. We need to maintain it. Hi, Jake Tay. How are you? So I hope that gives you some guidance. Work with you being Scorpio, things are very intense for you emotionally, so that the emotions get amplified, and then in turn we have these external sources coming around you. The fire gets amplified. So we need to this is the card that I'm feeling is very important for you. Okay, the Three of Earth. All right. Of course, you're welcome, Kristen. Of course. Okay. Just maintain it. Okay. Chronic fatigue. With some of the people that I know who have this, it's hard to have a daily normal life because the body can change from 1 minute to the next. Something can trigger that chronic fatigue so that you can have not a great day, and that's the challenge, and that's the thing that will give you that endurance. Like, how can I control this? Mind over matter, that's part of it. Breathe through it. Okay, and know that you can have control of this, even though it will be hard to it'll be hard to fight against, but if you can work through the ailment that you have, Kristen, just take it easy. Don't push yourself. There's no reason to. Okay, and that applies to anyone who has like fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue, any of these autoimmune system illnesses that can just make, living very difficult. Okay, you can do it. Yes, Mel, multiple sclerosis. Yeah. So that's a very good point. We have to, when you have an ailment like that, you have to be mindful and resourceful. Remember, I had those two of the two I forgot it, not two of Pentacles because they don't use the two of Pentacles, where we're sprouting. Okay, we have to know how to resource and use our energy mindfully so that it doesn't get overexpended. Okay, so take it easy. And I know heat aggravates these kinds of conditions too. So hopefully you are in a comfortable environment, like a fan, air conditioning if you're hot. Maintain that. It's very important. Okay. Alrighty, so let me see who I have next. Mel, I've lost track because obviously I get in my tunnel. I think it was Janine. Let me double check. Yeah, I believe it was Janine. Janine, let me know if you're still here. And let's work on that question and see how I can do a reading for you regarding that situation. Okay, because again, I don't do any third-party readings. And so this is where we need to focus the reading on you, not on someone else. Okay. And then I have Shraddha Pandey, if you are still here. Okay. And Aspasia, thanks for keeping company here. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to do a roll call. So I do a 3 strike. So I will call your name 3 times. If you're not here, I will go down to the next person. So Janine, let me know if you are still here. And then I have Shraddha Pandey. Okay, so Janine, let me know if you are here, if you still would like me to do a reading for you. And Jake Tay, I'm more than happy to do a reading for you as well. Janine is here. Yes. So Jackie and Kristen, how do you know that Janine is here? Is there something in the realms that I'm not aware of that you two know that she's here, but she isn't? She isn't. She just said she is. Okay. I need to hear it from Janine. Oh yes, there you are. Okay, I see you, Janine. You're under Jake Tay, and it's just like it's like I'm seeing it, but I'm not seeing it. Okay. I got it. Thank you. Don't yell at me, everyone. She typed it, capital letters. No, Jake's there. It's what happened was Janine, it's the J. Janine was under Jake, and I did scroll all the way. Okay, so Janine. Yeah, too many J names here. It's okay. That's right. And Jackie, JJ. Oh, really? Oh, yeah, it does, doesn't it? It's just the names here. It's all cool, Jackie. I just thought she typed it. Thank you. One more for Cal Lizzie. Cal Lizzie is my water monitor to let me know when to start drinking water. If I start getting head spinny, please tell me sip. Let me do one more, and I think I'm going to have to use the restroom because I've been drinking so much water today. Oops. Okay. All right, so Janine. Aspasia, I'm happy you're using that deck because I finally ordered it, so this is very interesting for me. Oh, excellent. I'm happy that people are feeling this deck. It is something, it is a very, uh, it's a very special deck, you know, and because of where I'm living here out in the desert and the Native American culture, um, I'm so happy, you know, I've connected with this deck. It's very important. Okay, so Janine, let's work with your question. I'll have to scroll all the way up. Okay, well, keep in contact when he moves. So Janine, let's do this. Okay, with your permission. Let's focus, maybe make it more of a general reading. Okay, let's just see where matters of the heart are for you. Okay, this can apply, you can apply this either to this person, this reading with your permission, is it's just seeing where the state of your heart is, okay, and where it should be best directed, um, regarding a relationship, whether romantic or friends. Okay, so if that's okay, let me know. And I'm quickly embarrassed. I do need to use the restroom. It'll be very quick. Um, Talk amongst yourself. If anyone pops in, they're wondering why there's no one here, I'll be back. Okay, so just give me 1 minute because I'm not going to be able to hold it. Let me drink a little bit more water. And if I could stop spilling this water on my cloth, that would be even better. Okay, I will be back, everyone. Give me 1 minute. Alrighty. Okay. Alrighty. Had to do that. Okay, so Janine, let's go ahead and, if that's okay, let's do a general reading and just see where things are right now with the heart. And I didn't ask, but I'm going to stick with the vision quest. Okay, let's just keep rolling with this energy. So let's see. Let's see where we are for Janine. Okay, one more. Okay. All Earth cards. Oh yeah, it was 2 of Earth. That's what I was trying to think of for Kristen. So I have all Earth for you, Janine. First card I have here. Okay, so again, we're going to focus this reading on matters of the heart. Jake, I'm not in Arizona. I'm actually one state over. I'm in New Mexico. So 10 of Earth. Okay. So this is a culmination of wealth. Now, to kind of go into this card here, because we're talking about the heart and what our influences for us or for you when it comes to this issue of love. I almost want to say, no, I'm going to say not almost. With this 10 of Earth card, this is all the work, everything that we've done. That's built up to success. We've done all the right steps. We've made all the right actions. And what I'm feeling here is you have a lot to give to people, okay? And there may be these times, these moments where you feel like you're ready to give, but there's no one there. There's no one like romantically or something like that who's not there. Take your time if that is the case. There is no rush. If you feel like you're ready to be in a relationship and everything feels right to you, you just keep putting that energy out. If it's not that person, it will be someone else. And it may come from a different place because you mentioned about someone at work, okay? And so I could attribute this card that it could be a work-related situation for this, like you may meet someone at work. But what I'm feeling here instead is I'm feeling that you have a lot, okay? And that abundance of giving is something that is of nurture and is of great value. So when you come to meet someone, find someone who's going to respect this. You have to have someone that respects what you have, okay? Because you've earned it, you've worked hard for it. It's something that they may want to have. When we're in relationships, for the most part, we're usually looking for something that we don't have, and vice versa. Someone fills that void of things that we don't have too much of, and so we're looking for something like that in someone else. And be careful too, Janine, with something like this. You don't want to give too much of yourself, and you don't want people taking this. This is your life force. This is what you've worked hard for. This is something you need to protect. Okay, so this wealth, when it comes to matters of the heart, is what you've earned, what you feel you deserve. Second card I have here, this is a beautiful reading, is the Mother of Earth. I mean, isn't this it's a beautiful deck because it doesn't really lean towards a particular tribe. It just represents Native American culture and the spiritual practice and their beliefs. So I like this because it goes right across the board. But here we have Mother of Earth, which can be seen as the Queen of Pentacles. We're seeing this protective nature. Okay. The work has been done. It is now time to use what you have and what you've built up and put it out. Remember what I was saying about harvest? Lammas, August 1st. Okay. This is everything that we've been working for. We've built up. We start bringing outwards to people. We start sharing it with others. Okay. I'm going to move closely here. This, if you don't have any children, this can also represent our inner self. Protecting, the childlike side. We have our child, we have our adult side, and nurturing this, taking care of this. Okay. The element of earth, pentacles, coins is all of the resources in our environment, how we maintain it, how we care for it. I'm starting to see a theme here from the previous reading that I did with Kristen, is we're looking at protection of what we have, maintenance, okay, taking good care, nurturing, okay. And this comes from the heart as well, okay, Janine? Other card I have here, Six of Earth. There's an area, I'm going to sidetrack, not when I drive around here, that has a beautiful field of sunflowers, and I need to get to that place and visit. It's not too far from where I am. And I just thought about this when I saw this. So Six of Earth, breakthrough. I mentioned earlier too about the Six of Pentacles, how for the harvest season, it's giving back. It's everything that we've worked for. All these cards, Janine, are tied in for you. Okay. Sunflower is also the flower that you can associate with the sign of Leo. So this month is very important. I feel for a lot of people, you know, and it's that revelation, it's that revealing. So share yourself, open yourself to people, okay? But don't give too much, okay? I'm not saying being stingy, but you know, you need to hold that energy aside, some of it for you, or most of it actually, you know? And so we have to work with those forces here. And so here, I feel by having this abundance of oneself, you know, and I mentioned earlier, I feel you have a lot of this, okay? Share this outwardly, okay? Protect yourself. Nurture yourself. And by doing so, this comes out. This is the revelation. People will see this. Remember I was saying, if you maintain everything that's going inside in a healthy way, in a healthy manner, people will see this. And you have to be mindful too of those who may want to take advantage of it. If something doesn't feel right, this is where the instinct comes in so strong. If something doesn't feel right, if you feel like someone is taking more from you, or maybe giving something that you don't feel is right, that's where you have to stop, okay? And assess how things are. Okay. So one thing I want to mention also for you, Christine, I think I did this, I asked this to you and for everyone else I do readings. If you have a tarot deck, pull these cards out, put it on your altar, okay? Mother of Earth is equivalent to the Queen of Pentacles, 10 of Earth, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Coins, 6 of Earth, Pentacles, or Coins. Okay. Now look at the deck that you have that you may want to pull these cards from. And they'll have a different meaning. But if you could find something that holds this element of nature, I think that will work for your benefit, Janine. Okay. So pull out these cards if you have a tarot deck and put it on your altar, by your bedside, in the bathroom, kitchen, wherever you need to see it the most. Okay. So there you have it. Okay. And for those who are coming in, my name's Amy. I'm doing live readings, obviously, today. Donations take priority. So if you want me to do a reading immediately, before anyone else, you can leave a donation. Whatever you can leave is accepted. And if not, that's fine as well. Okay, but donations are greatly appreciated. Alrighty, okay. Shadra, okay, thank you. Let's see if they're still here. Arig Baha, Nice to have you come in. I want to ask people, okay, Kimberly Januis, hi. I want to ask everyone who's coming in right now. It's 6 o'clock, so I guess the time zone for people is starting to settle in. Let me know where you are. Let me know what state. Feel like saying the city. Feel free to say the city. I like to know where everyone is. Okay. I know we have the UK, we have California here. Kristen, I don't even know where you're from. Columbus, Ohio. Okay. Hello to Columbus. Yeah, and if you don't feel like stating where you are, it's totally fine. But I like to know Pakistan, Alabama, Atlanta, Georgia. Wow, that is wonderful. So thank you for coming in and keeping me company. I'm in Nebraska, transplanted last year from California. I didn't know, Aspasia. I didn't know that you were originally from California. You're in Nebraska, so you're not too far from me. I think you're like up this way a little bit. Santa Barbara, yes, beach, beach, beach. Okay. Jackie, thank you so much. I love the sunflowers. We need a Kali sunflower here. I know she's fast asleep. Thank you for checking in. Okay, Jackie, I hope you're doing good. Please come back anytime. All right. I've missed seeing you. So I'll see you hopefully soon. All righty. Arik Baha. Okay, so I think we had, let me see. I'm so sorry, Mel. Oh, just the last 19 years. You're from New York City, New Jersey. Got it. Okay. Bye, Jackie. So Mel, let me see here. Mel. I lost. Let's see. The card says so much more than the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, it's the beauty of all these different decks. When they come in with different systems, they're beautiful. The interpretations. Oh, okay, Shadra. No, via France. Oh my God, Espasia, sounds like you've been on the move as well. And then Jake. Okay, so Shadra, let me know if you're still here. I know it's been a while. Now you know how long I spend with my readings. I pull so much information. If someone wants a quick reading and they want me to do one card, let me know. But if not, I work anywhere from 1 to 3 cards. I normally do 3 cards. So Shadra, let me know if you're here. It's twice. Shadra, let me know if you are still here. I can't even find. Oh, your 7th house is empty. I found Shadra Pandey. Okay. Shadra, are we here? Okay, Shadra, going 3 times. Okay. Next, Jake. Jake, my neighbor over to the west of me. Jake, how are you? How hot is it right now in Arizona? I think people here, some of the Arizonians that I've met have been saying it's been like 112, 113. Oy. I hope you're by a fan like I am, or you have a swamp cooler. Jake, let me know if you're still here, okay? And let me know what your question is. Okay, so remember, no third-party questions, nothing predictive. This question is all about you. And we want to focus on what energy is best needed within you to work out a situation, okay? Okay, I can do that, Jake. I could totally do that. How do you feel? Are you familiar with the vision? Well, you just saw the vision quest, but Would you like me to read with the Lamina Tarot or the Wildwood Tarot? You already saw the Vision Quest. If you want me to do a reading from the Vision Quest, let me know, okay? Whatever I feel called to. Okay. So you want a general reading? Cal Lizzie, I was asked how the House of Dragon is going to go. Cal Lizzie, what's the House of Dragon? I don't know. Is that TV series? I don't watch TV, everyone. I'm in my hermit year, so but I don't watch TV or movies. Okay. funny, Cal Lizzie. Well, you have to tell me what the House of Dragon is since you already posted it because I want to understand. No, I know, Spazia. But what is the House of Dragon? Is it something literal? I'm missing something, obviously. I'm missing something. Nancy, hi. Nancy. My Taurian sister. Kimberly Januis, yes, you may. Okay, so Mel, thank you for hanging in and keeping me company. If you could keep track of the readings for me. I'll probably go for maybe another hour. We'll see how, as people come in and how my energy is. Do you know from the ether about game? No, I didn't watch Game of Thrones. So there you go. I am that metaphysical spiritual soul that I just disconnect from a lot of things. Okay, so Jake, let's do this general reading for you. Let's do this. This is the Lamina Tarot. This is the back. So let's start working with this. Jake. Oops, one. Okay, I'm going to leave this card because it fell out. Two other cards. Well, okay, let's just do that. I shuffled. 3 cards fell out all at once. I was going to put them back, but no. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so this is the card that faced me. Haha, okay. One of the cards here that I have here for you, Jake, represents our current decan of Leo. It's a Leo 1 decan. And that decan runs from the 22nd, 23rd of July to August 1st, 2nd. So when I get to this card, I'll go into a little bit more detail about it. But the first card that came out that fell out, this is the Lumina Tarot. Got here Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is associated with the sign of Libra. And we have the Falcon. What's the Queen of Swords? We have so many different interpretations of that Queen of Swords. She's depicted as someone who's cold, emotionless, but just very direct in their words, the way that they communicate. They speak without feelings. Someone who is very much in charge of dictating things. Someone who is very strong. Okay. So with this Queen of Swords, what I'm going to place with you for your reading, because it's a general reading, is let's focus on the mind. Okay, this is different. It's an air sign. It's different energy from Gemini. Gemini is more of the communicative sign, and it's associated with the Lover's card. But here of the Queen of Swords, we're looking at seeing a situation for what it is. Okay, and you're seeing it, in such a direct manner, or it needs to have some clarity. Okay. The sword is the tool that's used by this individual to get to the root of things, to get to the meaning, to get to the understanding of what's going on in the situation. Okay, this is all about here. So you're seeing things, and your first inclination is to answer from the mind, not from the heart. This comes into play, but this is where you first come from. This is where you first, you can say it could be justice energy, but you ask questions, and it's very important with the Queen of Swords to understand what's going on. You need to know what's, where the where, whys, hows in a situation. Always ask questions, okay? But don't push this energy too much. The Queen of Swords, like I said, can be very demanding. And the allies that you may have, friends, so on and so forth, that may be on your side. If you ask too much, if you push too much of that mental energy, it could push people away, and they may not want to be there to support you. So watch this energy with the Queen of Swords. Okay, use the tool. Like I always say, use the tool, the mind, the intellect, in a rightful manner. Okay. Second card I have here. I have here the Hierophant. Okay, so whenever there's an archetype coming into a reading, this is something to be very much aware of. Okay, the Hierophant is the external representation of the High Priestess. That's how I read it. Okay, the High Priestess is all the internal spiritual energy, knowledge, the key that the High Priestess has to understanding the inner self. Here, the Hierophant is the external. This is energy based on what they've learned in their environment through travels, through communication, through education. This is all external influences. And that comes into play through the journey of life. The Hierophant is someone that, when you're traveling throughout Europe, you tend to meet someone who just has such a unique life, and because of their exposure to different cultures and languages and world experiences, this is someone to listen to. Okay, remember here we have the Queen of Swords. Okay, I can maybe say that whoever you may come across, this could also represent you, but I'm feeling it's more of someone outside your circle, someone that you may know already. Listen to them. Okay, there is something to gain by listening to someone else's experiences. Okay, you have to be open to that, right? So I'm going to go back to these last two cards, but I want to get to this one. This is the Five of Wands. So this is the card that is currently our first decan. So this goes from now into the first week of August. Okay, now the decans, it's Saturn and Leo energy here. So what we have here, and I was just writing about this for the next post I'm going to do on Instagram. This is dealing with challenges, struggles that you may currently be in. This could be inner strife, inner struggles that you're putting upon yourself, or this could be something outside, a force that's coming in and is challenging you in such a way that you need to go beyond it. Okay, so with this Five of Wands, we're seeing a fight, we're seeing a struggle to get to where you need to be. Now, the way this works is it's all about strategy. What are you going to be doing in this time? If there is a struggle going on right now, Jake, what is going on right now? How can you best approach this matter, whether it's within yourself or with someone else? Okay, I'm not looking at the comments right now. I'll take a look in a minute. Okay, so I'm going to show you these cards. I'm going to be silent here for a moment. Okay, so we're looking at how to best intellectualize how to best go, to get ahead in this. You could keep going back and forth with this Five of Wands. We could just keep doing this. And the only way that energy happens is when someone gets tired, someone bows down to allow the opponent or the opposing energy to move forward. But to fight this, we have to use this. Use the mind. How can you see a situation that's challenging in a different way? Okay. This again could be an influence from outside. Maybe someone sees something that you don't see that can guide you in a particular situation that could be just a bit too much for you. Okay. Also remember, Leo is the strength card. So there's two levels of strength with Leo. There's the pride strength, the courage that comes from here. And then there's the actual action. There's the actual performance. There's the actual act that's taking place. It's how we use it. It's how we do it. How do we show people our external side? Okay. So we have to be mindful of this energy, how we're using it. Okay, so I'm going to scroll all the way down. Let me see here. Okay, I have to go all the way down. Could that other person be a spirit guide? I don't really talk to people much. When you see this card, Jake, okay, you said, could this person be a spirit guide? It can be, but also the spirit guide, just to kind of throw a little bit of a wrench, could also be you. Okay. This is someone who has experienced someone from the external sense. Maybe you have a sense, Jake, of acquiring a lot of experiences by speaking to people. Maybe not now. I don't know how young you are, but this can also represent an experience that you have already and how you can apply it to a situation. Both of these cards here, Jake, are spiritual and intellectual analyzing. It's how you're seeing a particular situation, thinking about it, how can I work through this? But also spiritually, what can you do to grow from it, to move from it, to be self-empowered? You can take this card however way that you want. Okay. If it's something that you can relate to, if it's like, hey, that the energy from the Hierophant rings a bell, it makes sense to me, that could be your spirit guide. That could be your calling from within. Okay. Does that make sense? Because you saw this and you're like, could this be from some other place? And so you're obviously relating to this card, so you can use the Hierophant as that guide. But also too, and remember, let's start seeing the situation. If there is a situation coming up or one that you're in, let's think about it first before taking action. It's very important, especially for Leo. Let's think before taking action. That applies to a lot of people. But for this month, let's bring in that element of air and not so much of the fire, even though it's very important. Air fuels the fire. Okay, so let's think before we speak, do anything, react on our emotions. Let's see here. I'm missing a lot of the comments. Okay, I saw that. I could see it being a person as well, though, now that I think about it. You're so welcome, Jake. Yeah, it's how you identify with this. The Hierophant is seen as a mentor. Okay, and again, this could be representative of you, but more in the external form. Okay. All right. So again, if you have a tarot deck, Jake, feel free to pull these cards out. Five of Wands. The Hierophant is your guide, and the Queen of Swords is how you're going to move those actions. Okay. From here. Alex, hi. How are you? Thanks for coming in. Okay, so there you go, Jake. Thank you so much. Everyone who I've done a reading for, you're more than welcome to hang out. Communicate with everyone here. We have a good bunch of people here in the chat that are very friendly. I have my moderator, Mel, who is doing double duty right now. So thank you, Mel, for keeping control of the chat and the questions. Okay, so let's see here. So I have 3 ahead of Alex. Okay, so I have Arik Baha. It's next in line, and then Kimberly. Thank you. Thank you, Lizzie. Oh, and Nancy. I'm so sorry. Nancy's our other moderator. Okay, so the moderators are the individuals that you see with the wrenches. They will use the wrench if they see anyone, virtually see anyone putting disparaging comments, rude, anything of that nature is not tolerated on this channel. Okay, so you are forewarned. Okay. So, okay, so Arik Baha. I'm not going to go all the way up. If I miss something and it needs to get to my attention, go ahead and type it in the comments. Arik Baha, here we go. My name is Bushra, not having a job. Is there any chance of good job near future? What's coming next? Okay, so Arik. Okay, so no predictive questions. Okay, no predictive questions. There is always a chance of anyone having a good job out there. It's a matter of how hard you work for it. So what I will do, Arik, because your question more or less is what's coming next in finance. Okay. Okay, Bushra. Let's see here. I'm going to do this. I'm going to work with the Lamina Tarot for this question. And everyone, if you'd like to have a reading done, if you want priority, donations are graciously accepted. Feel free to leave a donation. It's my email address. It's also in the description, and it all goes through PayPal. So if you'd like to leave a donation, it is appreciated if you welcomed the reading that I did for you. Okay, if not, no pressure. You're welcome, Arik. Okay, so let's see here for finance. Okay. Go. This is a sturdier deck, so it's a bit challenging to shuffle because my arthritis, which is in this thumb, flares up in the heat. So I may have to shuffle this a little bit longer. Okay, so finances for Bushra. Oops, one card just fell out. I will leave that as my first card to read with. Okay, here we go. Swords and Pentacles, air and earth. Alrighty. Bushra, we have some fear issues here regarding money. There's something that you're holding back on. This is your potential, Bushra. I have the 7 of Pentacles. Okay. Here we have a thorny, well, what cactus isn't thorny, but here we have a cactus flowering. And so we're seeing the journey of here with the Seven of Pentacles that represents the many different steps, the work that you've put into, for work, for finances. It's been hard. Okay. It's been hard. And I'm seeing here that, especially with the flowers, these look like daisies to me. I know they're not daisies, but we're seeing that there is a slow growth that is happening. Okay. Here, the beauty with flowers with cactuses is they're unique because we see something as aggressive as a cactus and we have this flower. So we're showing the strength of something very hard and challenging, and that there is the potential and beauty and growth that can come from it. Okay, so what I'm feeling here is that it has been challenging, and I'm seeing that there is growth, there is room for financial growth to happen, but you have to go through a lot of hurdles. Okay, and that's something that also too, look at your resources, look at what you're using to build your finances, whether you're making investments of any sort, stocks, cryptocurrency. Watch where you're putting that money in. And I think it's very important, because I get a sense that maybe you're putting so much thought into, I need money. I need to, have a certain amount of money, but you're not making the actions. There is a potential, but it's going to come very slowly. So the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying, I mentioned about fear with money, finances. I have the Seven of Swords. So we're having this interchange, Bushra, of like, what can I do with this? How can I make this happen? And you're getting lost in this. Okay, you're seeing everything that's out there, but you're not taking the action. You're doing the mental work, but you're having this fear. Okay, you're having this fear of taking a risk. And that's what you need to do during this month of Leo. Leo is about revealing. Leo is a courageous sign. So they are willing to take a chance and also to stand up for any of the consequences that may come from it, whether it's good or bad. They take that into account. So you need to take this chance. If it's a risk that you feel that is not going to be in your best interest, then obviously not do it. But there is a struggle in the mind of just thinking about all this money. What can I do? What can I do? This reading is very unique for me because I understand the feeling. Okay, and this is very straightforward. Here we have this tiny mouse. Here's the representation of that fear of the environment, being overwhelmed by. Also, do you have to make a decision soon, Bushra? I'm feeling like you're under pressure with something, and that you have to make a choice soon, and this is scaring you. And if that's the case, you have to take action. Okay, it's going to produce results, but very slowly. Okay, so you got to let go this month. Okay, take that chance. Do that leap of faith. I think that's what I'm going to title the month of Leo, Leap of Faith. Okay, and go into it. Okay, and take that chance. Okay, so these are going to be your challenges. You cannot let this get the best of you, Bushra. Okay, you got to let go of this. And again, this is the element of air. The swords represent air. And if we have too much of that air, it's not going to allow that movement. It's not going to allow that fire energy, that expression, revelation of yourself go out. Yeah, if you have too much fire, or too much air, it's going to extinguish that fiery energy. It's going to extinguish that movement of moving forward. And this is what's happening. This is stifling. We need to get here, baby steps. Okay. So make this happen. Don't fret if it doesn't happen quickly. Pentacles, coins, earth involves patience. Things move slowly in the sign, or not the sign, in the suit of Pentacles. You need to have patience. Okay. We see fire, water, air, earth. Earth is always the last in the lineup of the suits. Fire tends to be first. Water, air can be interchangeable, but I usually do fire, water, air, and earth. I go back and forth with those opposing energies in my deck. Okay, so there you have it. Okay, so just let's start working here, letting go of these thoughts, these fears, and just jump in and taking that risk. Okay, but look at it carefully. Just don't go like this and go, okay, I think I'll do that. Be mindful of your choices. All right, Bushra, there you go. Let's see, what else do we have here? Kimberly Januis, are you still here? And thank you again, Arik. Thank you, Arik. Thank you. Or Bushra, I'm looking at your name. Okay, so Kimberly, so we got to talk about this. No third-party questions. Okay, so right now you're saying there's no communication. Okay. So I tend to be very direct when it comes to readings like relationships and stuff like that. Genuous. Okay. All right, Kim. So let's focus this energy. Let's change it around. Okay. So when someone asks about someone else, and since I don't do third-party questions, what would you like me to focus on for you? Okay. How do you feel about the situation that's happening right now? So when I get a request like that, we need to start looking into what's going on inside. Okay, inside of you, not the other person. Okay. So let me know if that's okay, or if you want me to do a different question regarding what's going on. Okay, so let me know. Okay, but no third-party questions. I will not read to ask about someone else. Okay. I can do general. You can do general if you want. Not if I want. Do you want a general reading? Okay. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm trying to turn people around in a way that they approach tarot readings. And it's really hard. I'm this tiny little speck amongst hundreds and thousands. Okay, thank you, Kim. Amongst hundreds and thousands of other readers and diviners that will answer questions like that. When I personally feel that the reading needs to involve you, not anybody else. Okay. So thank you for understanding. Okay. So we will do a general reading. It's general, not in relation to love or work or anything like that. Okay. And I'm going to work with this deck that I have here because I think this will work very nicely. Okay. So I hope you're doing good, Kim. All right. Again, feel free to leave donations, anyone that have done a reading, or for those who want to support the channel. It is greatly appreciated. Okay, 2 cards fell out. So I'm going to do this one as the first. Let's do one more. Oh, rainbow. Oh, rockin'. There's a rainbow. Oh, it looks beautiful. Alrighty. Can someone put an emoji of a rainbow in the chat? I just see it peering out from the cloud. That looks amazing. Wow. Pentacles and wands. Thank you, Matt. It's quite beautiful. It actually looks like that in the emoji, the order of the colors, it actually looks like that. There's like 2 or 3. Okay, so I have here 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so this came up earlier with my Vision Quest tarot deck. 10 of Pentacles is of success, accomplishments, in what you've been striving for. Okay, and that's a broad spectrum, but this could be in relation to a project. This could be in relation to development of your own self. This could also be in relation to getting to a certain point to who you are emotionally, energy-wise, things that you've been putting your time into. Very important. Okay. And the beauty with this particular deck, the Lumina Tarot, it pops up on a few cards. We have the bee. There's also the moth. The bee is representative of hardworking, very studious. And the card that I have after this is sort of affirming the process that you've gone through. I'm feeling that you enjoy working, but you're working on one particular goal, and it's very important for you. Here, I have the 3 of Pentacles. So here we see the seed. Okay, we're seeing the steps. We're seeing the support that was needed to get to this point. Okay, we see the flowering. We're seeing everything that was done right to get to this point has been happening. Okay, I feel that you make good choices, and you're very mindful of that. You're very careful you're very careful and very mindful of what you put your time in, what you invest in. The other card I have here 8 of Wands. Okay, so 8 of Wands, this is fiery energy. This is energy moving in so many different directions. Hi. Hi, Linda. This is energy moving all over the place, but what's interesting with this representation is we're seeing the energy being directed all over the place, but it's in a controlled environment. It's not like aimlessly going one direction, going this direction. It's being forced out in all different directions. I feel that with what you're doing right now, Kim, energy, whatever you're investing in, is moving in the right direction. Okay. Or if not, you have to be mindful of where you're putting all of your time in this one particular goal. I feel there's something very, very important for you that you're focusing on. Okay, so let's keep going with this energy. You're spreading it out, but make sure it's going into the right place. It's going to the right sources, so that when this energy gets spread out, you can get something back from it. Okay, I'm not saying you're going to go in all 8 different directions, but it's the force of where this movement is going towards. Okay, it's not like this. It's directed. It's almost calculated in a sense. So here, okay, we're seeing this building up of something that's very important to you, accomplishments. The Ten of Pentacles is just that. It's the ending, but we're also seeing the next stage of what's going on. Whatever you've been working on, continue it, but it's going to change. When you're working on a goal or a project, you're going to reach that accumulation, and then to continue it to the next phase, or to continue it to flourish, it has to shift a little bit. And so that's where this energy comes in. It's like, what's the next phase from here? Okay. But whatever you started off with investing, it's been in the right direction. This is very good. Okay. And you have the support of others, but also I keep getting you're on the right path. You're doing good. This is what I'm feeling. Keep it going. Okay. Let's see here. So if you have the tarot with you, pick out 10 of Pentacles for your reading, Kim. 3 of Pentacles. And 8 of Wands is how we move this energy outward. Okay, so keep that energy going, all right? The right path. You are, okay? But just be mindful. Whenever you're doing journey work or making these shifts, you have to be mindful of where you're at. Very important. Okay, so there you have it. Alrighty. Thank you, Kimberly. Let's see. Yes, I am a very cautious person and believe choices can change or direct. Your Aries, wow, Aquarius moon and rising. So yes, but again, you have 2 signs. You have Aries, which is very spontaneous. You have Aquarius moon, which is feeling differently. You feel things differently from other people, see things differently. And it's also your rising sign, so you tend to be a little bit more of the visionary, seeing things from a different perspective. But definitely keep that going, okay? Utilize that. Let's see here. Who do I have next, Mel, after Kimberly? Okay. T Hunt, I don't do any predictive questions. So a predictive question is like what you just asked. What does Dime B think about me? Yeah, I don't do any third-party questions. All right, if you want me to do a reading, I can answer another question, nothing predictive or third-party about asking about someone else. Kim, you got a lot of first house placements. Yeah, that's everything external. So there's a lot that you may feel, especially with that Aries. And during this month of Leo, a lot of fiery energy going on. Okay, so we have to maintain that. Can't get too much overboard with that energy, because then it'll literally burn and cause havoc. So we gotta work with that. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so Grace, can you tell me what you see about me in my life? Okay, I can do that. Let's see here. I think I'm going to work with, I have the Wildwood Tarot, but I'm not feeling, some of the questions I'm getting isn't calling to me about this. Yes, I've been focused on school and my workouts. Yep, that's a very Aries. The workout, that's a very Aries attribute. Let's see, Linda, I love your cards design. It is so detailed. I feel it got a lot of spiritual signs inside of it. Linda, what design are you talking about? So you left my card designs. I don't design tarot decks. I haven't. So let me know which one you're making reference to. Okay, so I'm gonna do for Grace. Let's work with this. Okay. So Grace. Okay. I'm not going to tell you what I see. I'm going to let the cards guide me. All right. Oh, wow. Oh, the one I used for the last reading. This is the Lamina Tarot. It came out, the printing is so small. It came out 2015. I think this is the second edition. And I believe a fellow reader on YouTube was saying to me that this deck is supposed to be coming out in September under a different publisher. I'm not certain. I went to the Lamina Tarot website, which is Inner Hue, and I haven't seen anything from the author announcing that there's going to be another print edition of this deck, so I'm not certain. The cardstock is wonderful. It's very thick. I like heavier cardstock. Okay, so yes, thank you. Thank you, Mel. So no third-party questions, please. All readings about you. Today's been a day of a lot of third-party questions. Everyone wants to know about everybody else, but no one wants to know about themselves. Interesting. People, you got to start knowing and caring about yourself and stop thinking about other people. Okay. Think about that. Alrighty. Okay, so let's see what we got here, Grace. Let's see what we got here. This is a wonderful deck, Grace. I really enjoy it very, very much. Okay, let's pull here. Oh, I gotta drink more water. The rainbow's coming over. I'm gonna see if I could turn this around so you could see this, because now it's the clouds are clearing. I don't know if this is gonna work, and I can't disconnect this cable. So let's see. I don't think you're gonna be able to see. Hold on, everyone. Bear with me here. I don't think it's gonna work. Let's see if I move down. Well, the rainbow is supposed to be like right over here. Oh wait, hang on a second. There it is. Right there in the corner. There we go. It's a lot bigger, but that's the oh, beautiful. There's an overhang here in the patio that covers it. And if it comes more over on this side, I'll swing it over. Okay, sorry, Grace. It's nice to see rainbows, you know. Okay, so Grace, let's see what we have here for you regarding spiritual guidance. Wow. Okay, first card I have here. I have your Ace of Air. Okay. So when it comes to, you know, finding the guidance, what we need to know about ourselves is, you know, it's the understanding, it's this connection between the mind and the heart. And here, we have to start thinking, what is of importance for you? Okay? What is best needed to find what you feel is missing? And you think about, wait, what did she just say? Find what is missing. How can I find something if I don't know what it is? That's where we have to change our perspective. You have to be open. You have to not think so much about it. You can't feel so much about it. Okay, we have to change the way that we see things. When I see the Ace of Air, I also see it as open-mindedness. Okay, because with that open mind, we're allowing, a clearer view of what we're looking for. Okay. The Ace of Air, I almost want to attribute it to the Fool. It's just having that freedom of energy, of the mind, and just see what happens. Bring it in. Let it go. Okay? It's like you open up this cap of the mind and just pour out any of the excess and close it so you have more space to move around. You can see things better. I got 2 air and 1 major arcana. I have here Mother of Air. Beautiful, beautiful card. Okay, we had Queen of Swords. This deck does not do any astrology, so I'm not going to read any astrology with this deck because it just doesn't hold that energy. Mother of Air is someone. I mean, look at the eyes, very direct. We have the hawk behind her for guidance, wisdom, and understanding. So by understanding this, being open-minded to anything that happens, okay, we can build this growth and this perspective in a way of seeing things that we've never seen before. Okay. From the beginnings, okay, we have this beautiful vine that's wrapping around this feather to direct it for newness, and the journey that we go through. Trust. And I also believe that there is instinctual intellect. That's when the heart knows that what's happening is where it needs to be, and then that energy gets put up to the mind, and the mind's like, yes, that does make sense. When you get that feeling like everything feels right here, and it makes sense here, this is the wisdom of the Mother of Air. It's trusting those two forces. And it goes even deeper for you, Grace, because we have the shaman. Okay. See, we have this energy here. The guidance. And actually, I'm just going to point this out. It looks like we got the shape here in the cloud of the hawk or the crow. But here, the shaman. This is once we've attained our experience spiritually. This is the amalgamation of the instinctual intellect and trusting our feelings, the natural instincts. This is what makes this individual. Anything, Grace, that comes with a spiritual perspective, spiritual journey, comes from trust, comes from listening within. And connecting, of course, with the elements of nature, understanding the forces, understanding the messages that we get here. Look for signs. We look here, we even have the crow there in the distance on top of the tree. This is who you can be if you allow yourself, okay, to begin from here, change the whole perspective. intellectual instinct, understanding what you're feeling and it feels right. And to become this rounded individual, the shaman. It's not necessarily saying that you are going to be a shaman, but it shows that understanding of the energy of the shaman, being spiritual. Okay, so there you have it, Grace. Okay, so it's Ace of Air, which could be Ace of Swords, Mother of Air, which could be Queen of Swords, and then Shaman is a reference to the Hierophant. It's an interesting reading because we're getting some repeat cards. We had the Hierophant come up earlier, and now it's coming in the form of the Shaman. So there you have it. Okay, Grace? Let's see. I hope that makes sense. All right? So pull those cards out if you have a tarot deck and use it for guidance. Okay. All right. Let's see here. You're very beautiful and you explain it. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. I'm mesmerizing. Wow. Okay. I've said it before. I can't take compliments like that. But I thank you. I'll leave it at that. Okay. Love the feather. Grace, something's telling me if you have access to a feather, bring the feather out. Okay? Bring the feather out. Or if not, find a nice strong feather. If you can naturally find one like on a walk or whatnot. Oh, the rainbow is growing. Connect to the feather. Okay. All right. Oh, I got this one. That's beautiful. Thank you, Grace. Those are beautiful emojis. Okay, so let me see if I could share a little bit of this rainbow. Because, whenever you see a rainbow come up, that's a good sign. So let me see here. There it is. With the water bottle. Let's see if I can. I just want to share this with you. Okay. So everyone make a wish. Oh, it's actually on the window. I'm trying to clean a speck. I'm thinking it's on the screen, but it's on the window. So there's the rainbow, everyone. Enjoy. Just for a minute, I'll go back to readings. Beautiful. So everyone make a wish if you saw that. Yes, rainbows all over the place. I'm not like a heavy rainbow person, but when it comes up, it's something very special. Thank you. All right. Okay, so Alex, I believe Alex is next. Just some guidance on me and Donovan connection. I believe it is Alex, right? And let me see here. Who's after Alex? Okay. T. Hunt, that's a wonderful question. Thank you. See, when you think about it, when you break down your question, when you break down your third-party question and think about it, you come up with the question that needs to be answered. What do I need to do to connect to the correct person? Beautiful. So for those who are watching, think about your question and break it down. Put it to you. Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mel. I know I'm going a little bit over. I think I'm going to start wrapping it up soon because I don't want to keep anyone up any later. Okay, so Alex, let me go back. I'm going back and forth. I'm sorry. Where is Alex? Just some guidance on me and the Donovan connection. Okay, let's see where this energy is going. Lumina Tarot. Okay, sounds good. Thank you, Mel. So let's go ahead and close up the readings. I'm going to, hang on one second. I'm going to put here, readings are closed. Oops, I'm yelling here, caps. Thank you. Oh, I'm still yelling. Hang on one second. Thank you for everyone who, I'm typing, I'm verbalizing what I'm typing here. Thank you for everyone who is watching. Kavechi, who's watching and ask questions. Sorry, I'm not writing an essay here. And I'm going to do this. The burning heart. There we go. Okay, and again, donations, if you want to leave any. My email address, it's in the description box. Okay, it could be for a question or to support the channel. Okay, alrighty, so let's go. Let's wind this down. Jody Pickerskill, thank you for joining. I am wrapping up. Yeah, I'm wrapping up reading, so I'm already closed, but you are more than welcome to listen so you can see how I read, or maybe exchange conversation with anyone here in the chat. Okay, so I'm winding down. I think I have the last 2 or 3 readings. Okay, so let's get back to see here, sweet dreams from across the Atlantic. Thank you, Grace. Thank you. Colorful emojis. Wow, look at this. This makes me feel good, and I hope everyone else as well. Okay, so here we go. Alex, thank you so much for waiting. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so let's just see. There's a reader I saw here. I'll talk about it after I do the reading. Just remind me to share something very cute I saw on YouTube about another reader. All right, so Alex. Yeah. Love the Lamina Tarot, but to shuffle it, man, it kills my arthritis, man. Whew. It's a thick cardstock, so it's harder to shuffle, and I can't ruffle shuffle. Okay, let's go here. 2 of Wands. Maiden of Cups. Got 2 2s for you. Okay. Hello from the desert. So here, I have for you, Alex, 2 of Wands. Okay, so we see different representations of the 2 of Wands. We see opposing energy. We usually see energy that's being put out. You know, what we are wanting to move towards, what we're manifesting towards, and directing it. This is what's very important here with the 2 of Wands. We have the energy down and up. It's circulating. It's moving. And I like here how they put some scribes, sigils to make this energy more potent. With the 2 of Wands, what we need to focus on here is, what are you putting out? What force of energy are you putting out? What are you expecting? What do you want back in return? This is what you need to think about, okay? And it's interesting because I mentioned 2 twos. I have another card here next to this particular card that is also a 2. So we're looking at balance. We're looking at harmony, putting energy forces in unison. Okay, that's what we have here with the 2 of Wands. Okay, so think about what you're working towards and how to keep that energy moving in a nice direction. Okay, but it has to be clear. Okay, this is powerful stuff that you're putting out. What do you want to manifest? Where are you directing this energy the most? That's where you start off. Second card here is the 2 of Pentacles. Okay, and I'm going to show it to you like this, Alex. And I'm going to show it to you like this. Okay, because we're having this cycle. So we're seeing the building up of this energy going towards something. And once we start seeing the development of what we're doing, we have to now, there's the key word, maintain it, balance, keep it in unison, keep it healthy. Okay. This is supportive energy. Anything that you put into it, how you care for something, we start seeing the results, but we need to maintain it. We just don't stop like, okay, this is good. I got the flower petals. They're all looking good. Everything looks healthy. That's it. Let it run on its own. No, you need to keep that support going. Pentacles is the work. It's the investment. It's what we put into it. What we put into it, how much we put into something is what we get back. Okay? If it's not what you're getting back or what you want, you need to reassess and see how you're directing that energy. Are you being honest with the energy that you're putting out? Is this really what you want or not want? Is this really what you need? Okay. What you need will lead to this. When you see this, you will put the care and the love into it. Okay, so it can sustain itself. Other card. This is interesting. We got the 8 of Cups. So this is what's happening inside. Okay. This is the journey that we can maybe come across and feel a little dismembered. It's not supporting. Okay. This is the 8 of Cups is where we can potentially feel the lack of emotional confidence. Okay, we're not feeling secure with the direction that we're going for. This card is more of a warning card, something to kind of be mindful of like if you start feeling second guessing or you don't feel like you have that confidence to move forward, stop right there. Because if you move forward with uncertainty, your results will prevent this from happening. Okay? This energy will stop. It won't go in the direction that it needs to go into. Okay? So this card is just something to be mindful of. If you feel while you're in the process of working towards something and you start second guessing or start feeling like, I don't think this is where I want to go, or why not stop right there? Because you can't move forward if you don't know where you want to go, right? Plain and simple. If it doesn't feel right, if it doesn't make sense, don't move forward. We need to take care of this. We need to build this clarity, build this stability again to get to this, Okay, you see how strong these energies are? And here it's not very supportive. Okay, it's weakened. So we have to watch out for that energy. Okay, so there you go, Alex. Watch how we're putting out this energy, what it's going towards, and what you need, not what you want, what you need. Okay, so that we can continue this. Okay, nurturing this. And this applies to relationships, but most importantly, this comes from inside. What I said earlier sticks. Whatever you're producing inside and you put out, that's what you're going to bring back in. Okay, cause and effect. laws of attraction. Okay. So there you have it, Alex. So it's Two of Wands, first card. Two of Pentacles. Hey, Zach, how are you? Two of Pentacles and Eight of Cups. Okay, so this is our, our watch sign. Look out for it. Okay, if you start feeling like that, the Eight of Cups. Okay, let me see here. We separate recently ended on bad terms. It was beginning to become very unhealthy for me. It basically put little to no effort in the connection. Yeah, I mean, this is probably where this came into play. Okay, but the reading that I got here is how to move from this place, to start making changes that you need. When you're in a relationship that ends poorly, you don't want to go back to it. And I think for people who consistently go back to troubled relationships is because they haven't really, they really haven't taken care of themselves, and they just go into that complete cycle. You'll know when you're ready for a relationship, and it'll come here, and it'll come very strong. Okay, and sometimes people want that companionship. They need that company, which is good, but you have to also decipher what's companionship versus what's romantic. Okay, because those are two different things. And so you have to really find what you need, what is most important for you. All right, Alex? So let's work past this. Okay. And let's go right to this. Okay, let's get things back in balance again and make these changes so you can grow. Let's see. Oh, we got a misunderstanding of Zach's name. Okay. Let's see. Just call me by my name, or Tiger for short if you don't remember. Tiger's Abyss, Zach. How are you, Zach? How are you? Thank you for keeping me company and everyone else here. So I hope that makes sense, Alex. Okay. And whenever there is that breakup, we need to move forward. We need to go and make these changes and bring in something that is just refreshing and new and exciting. Okay, but we also need to maintain it. Okay, I'm sorry, Alex. Yes, now I remember, because I think you were asking me. I did a reading for you regarding this, if I remember correctly, because I remember the key word heartbreak for you, and it was very hard. Okay, so this is what we want. Okay, and be kind to yourself whenever you're healing. Just take that time. No rush. Don't feel the need to jump into another relationship. There's some people whose characters are just, they go from one to the next, and that's how they work. Okay, thank you, Nancy. I think that's it, right, Mel? Are we done? Are we done with readings? Keep in touch, Alex. All right, let me know how things are coming along. Everyone's always welcome back. Okay, for readings, of course, and to take part in the chat. Let's see here. You just got home from an out-of-town wedding. Wonderful. Do you feel like doing readings tonight, Zach? Are you going to be doing readings? Or are you going to just kick off your shoes and just throw yourself on the bed? Weddings, large events like that, and funerals as well. They're draining, because there's a lot of interaction with people, and some of it's joyous, some of it is sadness if it's the funeral. Oh, T Hunt, thank you so much. Thank you. T Hunt, let me know if you're still here. I hope you're here. And I appreciate your patience for waiting. Oh, I can't rush through readings. If there's a lot coming out, I have to go through it. T Hunt, let me know if you are still here. We'll converse a little bit, and then we'll wrap it up because no more readings. No more readings. T Hunt, one more time. Let me know if you are here. Nancy, have a good night, okay? Okay, I think I lost her. She had a good question, which I think would have been wonderful to answer. I won't do a reading if the person isn't here. So, T Hunt, if you happen to catch this towards the tail end, you like scroll through the end, please come back and we can do that reading for you. Okay. It can be. I think the longest I've done a live was 3.5 hours. I just kept going. Maybe not 3.5, maybe 3 hours, 15 minutes. I think Nancy was there for one of those marathon readings. So yeah, pace myself. It's the heat too, Oh, the rainbow's gone. Yeah, the heat just drains. It's a bit much. Firefly, how are you? Yes, I do remember. How are you? So I can do a little bit of chatting for a little bit so I can give my soul a break. Oh, thank you. Oh, love you, Lizzie. Thank you. Let's see. Zach said, I think I will do readings. Great. But with a large family like mine, I don't do well with a lot of people. It's just, I don't mind a lot of people. And I think maybe if it's family, especially if it's family who I haven't seen in a long time, I'm okay with it because then there's a lot of catching up. But if it's people who you don't know and being empathic, that energy is just, it can be a lot. It can be a lot to take in. And even when I do readings in person, I have to go home and I drink water when I do readings, but I have to go home and it's literally, it's work. People are like, oh, it's not manual work. It's not physical labor. Well, it isn't, but it manifests physically by exhaustion and mental fatigue and all that. So it is taxing in that sense. Oh, but I was going to mention, I don't know, last week or so, I was just going through channels when I had a spare moment. And I came across a reader. I can't remember her name, and even if I did, I won't mention the person's name, but I can't remember it. And she was doing readings, live readings. And sorry. And the way she pulled her cards out is she kept shuffling until cards fell out. So, and she shuffled in a very aggressive way, almost in a sense that the cards were almost forced to come out. And so, oh, you're here. Oh, excellent. Okay. All right, T Hunt. Excellent. Let me finish the story. So she kept shuffling, like I said, in this aggressive way. And a card would fly out, a few cards would fly out. And she would just turn it over and just do a quick reading. But the way the cards flew out, it was just like, it was very unusual. She's like, oh, okay, this is a shuffle, card flies out. It's like really, really unusual. And I couldn't stick around for the rest of that. I just couldn't watch it because the energy was very nervous-like. And it's like, no, I can't watch this anymore. So anyhow, okay. Let me get to you, T Hunt. Thank you so much for waiting. So, I got to get back to your question. T Hunt, can you type in the question again? I think it's, what can you do? Why do I attract this last man I got? Oh, okay. That isn't the question. That isn't the question you asked. How's the entire deck of cards against the throw the entire deck? I would never do that. The tarot decks for me, everyone, these are my family. I would never throw family against the wall. Never. I'd like to see you do that, maybe with a deck that you feel has haunted you, Zach. I think we should do a group, a together reading, Zach, because I love your humor. When you do your readings, you inject some humor and some sarcasm into your readings, and I like that. I think that would be fun to do. So I'm giving you an open invite. If you'd like to join me, or I could join you on your channel one time for some readings, I think that would be fun. Okay, what's needed to attract the love in their life? Yeah, that's right, correct. It's called 52 card pickup. I remember that. I was young and my cousins were teaching me how to play different card games like rummy, a little bit of poker and whatnot. And my cousin would say to me, "You want to play 52 pickup?" And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, "Are you sure you want to do 52 card pickup?" She was probably like in her 30s or something like that. And hi, Artsy Girl Marilyn, hi. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. She goes, okay, here it goes. So she holds, I'm not going to do it. She holds the cards like that and just flings it right in front of my face like this. She knew how to shuffle cards, so she was able to control it from one hand and let the cards all go out. And she goes, ha ha, 52 card pickup. And I'm like, oh man. Lesson learned. Gotta listen to what people say. Like, let's see, my brothers pulled out. Yeah. They're like, whatever, you guys. learned. Okay, so let me get to T Hunt's reading because she's been waiting for a long time, and then we'll close up the chat. But keep chatting. All right, so let's see here for T Hunt. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's missing. I have to do the Lamina Tarot. The Lamina Tarot works good for questions about relationships. The Vision Quest does, but it comes more from a spiritual place. And I haven't pulled out the Wildwood Tarot, so. Okay, T Hunt, thank you again for waiting. All right. Here we go. So let's see what's needed. I'm not going to say what's missing. What is needed for you? Okay. What's the guidance that you need? One more. Woo, 7:30. Discipline. T, you need discipline. We need some structure. Holy crap. You got 2 major arcana cards. So we're looking at some serious guidance here that really needs to be focused on. And I have 1 card with cups. I'm going to get right to it here. This is the symbol for Saturn. And it's a planet that rules this card, the world. And Saturn is Earth. So the world is the last card of the major arcana archetypes. But it's also the sign for the next phase of what happens when you get this card, the world. So we're seeing here, you've gone through a lot of experiences, and it's been up and down. But with this card here in particular, we need, and I'm pulling this very strongly, we need to get some order. We need you need to be really hard on yourself and be honest and ask, what do I need? What do I want? What do I want in a relationship? Yeah, we want love, we want companionship. That comes hand in hand once a relationship is forming. But to get to that point, what do you need? okay? And you have to start thinking in the sense of, what are you looking for in a person? I said earlier, what we bring towards us, what attracts to us, is something that is missing from that person. It's something that we have. We hear this term like psychic vampires, people who just leech onto people because they feel that person has something and they want more from it. Or sometimes they use the opposite and they want to drain that energy. They want to weaken that person who is in such a strong place. But here we need to get that transformation. And this is what the moth represents. Metamorphosis. To get to this place, to get to the world, to get that sense of feeling the whole self, is you need to put some order into yourself. Okay, there may be a lot of this going on inside and a lot of this going on outside. Okay, and if that is the case, whether it's inside or out or both, we need some stability. That's the long version of it. We need stability to get to that point. We need the stillness so that we can see things. There's no movement, and we can look at things and start putting things that are of great importance to you. Okay, I'm going to do this reading in a different order. Okay, Sagittarius, this is temperance. Okay, so we're looking at balance. Okay, so when you're going through this, when you're doing a discussion with yourself and saying, what do I need? Not what you want, what you need. Okay, what do you need to bring into you? That needing that you have is something that needs to fulfill you and sustain you. And you need to maintain that. That's going to be the structure and the discipline of Saturn. And it's going to be a slow-moving process because Saturn is the slow-moving planet and it involves time, and it is taking time to get to that point. Temperance, same thing here. Though it's ruled with Jupiter, but Sagittarius is calling in to explore different aspects of what you feel you could bring in to create that balance. When you have balance and things are moving like a well-honed machine, okay, opposing forces, challenges that come to you, once you could balance and move through that, then you got this. You have the stability. You start seeing the picture of what you need to bring to you. Here, Maiden of Cups. Okay, I'm going to move this closer here. Okay. So emotionally, I relate the Maiden or the Pages with the Aces. Okay, the Aces is a new beginning to each suit, but here we're personifying that energy and seeing that we need to start feeling what is needed to come into ourselves to make us strong emotionally. This cup, I would say, is empty, but it's good that it's empty coming from this Maiden of Cups, because you're ready to put something in that is of great importance, that is healing, that is nurturing for you. Okay. But here, the positioning, with the eye, this is something you have to ask yourself. Don't ask anyone else. Don't ask the other person. This is only something that you can answer. Like the Ouroboros. Okay, this is a cycle. Once this energy comes in and you know what you need, you feel what is important to you, you start filling this cup. Okay? And start directing that energy, start bringing it in towards you. Okay? But these two cards are the key for you. Okay? We need to start seeing what we need to bring in to create that stability. Okay, and this is going to take time. Do not rush into it. Don't force it. You force something, you're not going to get this. You have to explore. You have to, see different aspects of what you feel you need to have into your life. Okay. And again, this comes with being honest with yourself. Okay. So a lot of shifts, a lot of changes here when it comes to ending a relationship and moving on from it or looking for a relationship. It all starts here. Okay. You need to ask yourself all of that. Very, very important. Okay. So T, thank you for waiting. But if you have a tarot deck, take out these cards. Okay. Maiden or Page of Cups, the World. This is where you're going to start. Okay. Temperance, Sagittarius, Saturn. Okay. These are your 2 cards. This is the work that you're going to have to do. Okay. It may beat your butt, but I think that's probably what you need so that you can move forward. Okay. Yeah, this deck is very beautiful. It's very unique. I mentioned it in the discussion because this is one of very few contemporary decks I have. I love the color. I love the energy. It's very primitive. The artist is from Australia. This is the Lumina Tarot. So it holds all these elements of fire, air, earth, water, and it's depicted in a very beautiful way. So I really love this deck, and I'm happy I brought it out. I'm gonna be doing readings with this deck, the Lamina Tarot, the Vision Quest, and the Wildwood Tarot for the month of Leo, unless something comes in and changes it. But I think for the most part, reading wise, when I do the live readings, I think these 3 decks will work very well. Okay, it does make sense. Okay, wonderful. And you're Sagittarius. There you go. Okay. Sagittarius is mutable, so they can sort of move that fiery energy all over the place. And that's where, there it is. This is where the world comes in. We need to contain it. Okay. We need to put it in order so that you can find what you need. Okay. Again, creating that balance of opposing energies. Okay. All right. So there you go. Thank you so much, T. Hunt, for waiting. And for everyone, I'm going to wind it down. It's 7:30, 2.5 hours, which is good. I'm going to look at the comments really quick, but no more readings. Head, heart, body, tired. Need more water. The rainbow has gone. It has left. Okay. So thank you, everyone. I'm going to just scroll up a little bit to see what I missed. Let's see here. The 52 card pickup. I think I might know that reader. I've seen her anyway. Yeah, I don't know. There could be another reader who does similar, but the energy was just like, wow, really frenetic. Oh, Mel, your brothers did the 52. Let's see. Yes, I wouldn't either. Even with decks I don't like, I would like that. Enjoy collabs. Okay. If you're still watching, Zach, let me know. Okay. My email is on my profile. You can contact me through the website. Let's do it. I think it'll be fun. It could be lighthearted in that sense. Okay, but we'll figure it out. I know Tiger Abyss. That name is just wonderful. It's like almost opposing energies. You have the strength of the tiger and an abyss. That's a very intense name. Oh, but you picked up the 52 cards. Well, you know what? I think that's part of it, because when my cousins did it, you know, she says you have to pick them up. I'm like, oh man. It feels like one of those fraternity pranks, you know, done to a young kid. It's not fraternity, but, you know, something really silly. And you're like, oh, you got to pick up the cards. Okay, so everyone who's watching, thank you so much. Feel free to tap the notification button, let people know about this channel. I'm trying to get the word out, and I think this was already announced. YouTube is now going to be revealing everyone's subscribers, so I want to beat them to the punch. So sometime this week, I think it's the end of the week, that they start revealing all the subscribers of active channels. I will reveal my source of subscribers, like how many I have. I don't have a lot, but I just didn't want that number to be there, to focus on, you know, how many subscribers I have. And the majority of the subscribers, or maybe a portion of the subscribers, I don't know if they're even still around. Who knows? Let's see here. Cal, Lizzie, my brothers would play poker with me until they won all my money. Wow, I hope you were able to up the ante on that in later years. I played poker, but with pennies. My brothers played Monopoly. Monopoly was another one. And he was seriously thinking it was real money. A fight to the death. Well, you know, with Monopoly, when that game came out, people were serious about it, you know, because it's involving property, it's involving real estate and stuff like that. So, you know, and actually Monopoly is a brilliant game to learn about how to work with money and where you put that investment. That's a typical Taurus Pentacle type of game, because it involves of resources and, you know, materials and how we use them and stuff. So I played Monopoly a little bit, but I didn't get into it. Let's see. So I'm jumping all over the place. You've got your tiger's eye for Leo season. Mine's on my altar as well. So happy birthday to you, Firefly. This week, happy Leo 1 Decan to you, which is it is the 5 of Wands for you. Okay. I did a Decan reading for the Leo 1 Firefly, so take a look at it. It's already posted. Oh, 7:30 at 7:30. That's the number for you. Okay, T Hunt, you're so welcome. Okay, and again, everyone, you're more than welcome to come back and take part. John Nightingale, hi, how are you? Thank you for coming in. No, they're not. They made an announcement, Zach, I think a few weeks ago, that their thinking is it's their way of trying to eliminate bots and fake accounts. Maybe not bots, but fake accounts. So they're revealing all the numbers. So I guess people can decide if no one has any subscribers, that I don't know. It could be a fake account. I don't know, if YouTube is going to start deleting those accounts. I don't know. We'll see. Monopoly was designed for people to hate monopolies, so it's working. There's a flip side of that. But for me, when I played it, you know, yeah, you would see our selfish side of us. You know, it's like, no, you took 2 of my buildings, you know. We start seeing that corrupt greed. But if you play the game wisely, I think the way you win is by seeing how much property you have and the money, the assets that you have. It's how you get there. That's how I think you win monopolies, the process of how you get there. But I haven't played that game in like 20 years, or I don't know. Let's see. Now, sure, I have fewer, but I like my channel small. I feel like I know them all. Yeah, you know, I think once you get over the few thousand or so, it just, I think people pay more attention to that. I don't know. So I'm not going to say what number I have. You're going to have to stick around and see when it's revealed. And I'll probably get people who will just start disappearing or whatever. Oh, they did it to prevent content. Oh, content theft. Really? Okay. Okay. We'll see. We'll see if this works, Here's, he was seriously at war with me. I just hate playing with him. He's a Cancer. Oh, well, he played with emotions then. We'll take that reason on surface level, like, yeah, when they hit this. Yeah, I guess that's true too. Maybe it's just gonna be something temporary, just trial and see what happens. And again, YouTube wants to have our feedback, so they want to know, any experiences that we've had. Today was good, no bots, so I don't know. I mean, YouTube is doing so much better than Instagram. I don't really know what to do with Instagram, with all the craziness of, fake accounts and, everyone just hacking into their accounts. It's a major flaw. And I wouldn't be surprised if Instagram eventually stops, and stops being in existence, because it's just gotten insane. I will never monetize, so I don't really care. I have to think about that. I can't make a comment about that. I want to monetize, but I want to monetize in not a greedy way. I want to earn it, work it, in that sense. Oh, Risk. That was the other one. I forgot about Risk. Risk I never played. Oh, remember the game Strategy? I think it was called Strategy. Firefly, Aries, right? No, it was War. With aggregation, with marbles. I just started thinking about Chinese checkers when you mentioned marbles. I like playing that. Okay, Mel, thank you so much. You rest well. I will see you all soon. Let me see any other comments. I don't have any subscribers and I'm a real person. Doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. You use this channel whatever way you want, whether you have content or not. Gadar, I am done with readings. I am sorry. I am so sorry. Come back though, okay? Feel free to come back. And subscribe, hit the notification bell. Okay, thank you, appreciate it, but please come back again. I don't know when I'm going to do readings. Again, I try, right now I'm doing once a week. No more questions, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't, I have to honor my space, my energy level. So please come back, okay? So I have the Leo 1 Decan reading for this week of June 22nd, 23rd to August 1st, 2nd. Please take a look at it. It applies to Leos. It applies to those who have Leo in their chart, or if you want to bring in that energy of Leo, take a look at it. And then I'll do the second Decan reading of Leo on August either 3rd or 4th. And that'll actually be my mom's birthday, my late mom's birthday, August 4th. So that'll be the second Decan. And then I will do the last Decan reading towards the third week of August, and that'll wrap up the Leo season. Okay? So check out for that. And I've been thinking about doing a VR. And then I get these ideas when I look at people's VRs of something that I want to do a discussion of, and I forget that I have a lot of ideas up here. I just have to manage it and make sure that it's going to be a topic worth discussing. So I'll see if I can do that this week. Other than that, have a wonderful evening, everyone. I'm going to eat. I'm going to wind down. I have to finish my Leo 1 deck and post for Instagram, so that will be posted tomorrow. I'm a few days late. Oh, the Lionsgate. Yes, we'll talk about Lionsgate. I don't know. Maybe I won't talk about Lionsgate. Lionsgate is 8/8, August 8th, 2022. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll do a post on Instagram. And look for content on. Look for content on YouTube and on Instagram about Lionsgate, the Lionsgate portal. And I'm not going to talk about it right now because I'm tired. It started 7:26. Okay. So yeah, I'll look into it, and I think the culmination is 8/8. And it's a very powerful time of harmonious energy and something to draw in. So it's very healing as well. Okay, gotta go, everyone. Have a wonderful night. I will see you all soon. And thank you for being here. Okay, bye.